Tell me what's going on. Let me start by getting the engine size, please.
It's a 5.7 Hemi.
And what's going on with it?
So I was driving to the gas station or whatever. All morning it's been making a weird ticking noise. I didn't think too much of it. It's had a check engine light since I got it a couple weeks ago. And went to the gas station. Right before I pulled into the gas station, I was slowing down to make the turn. The truck just went dead. It sputtered out and just stopped. So I actually got it back on, pulled it into the gas station, got the gas in it, and then I went to turn it back on. It was sputtering pretty bad, but it turned over, and I got it run almost all the way back to the house. And then I went to go pull into the house, and it completely died, and it is not turning on anymore. It made like a weird smell too.
So it's not turning on. Tell me about that. Is it cranking but not starting, or is it not cranking over at all?
You can hear it clicking. It'll click once or twice, but it's not nothing.
What's the battery voltage at?
We checked the battery, and the battery's completely fine.
Did you load test the battery?
Yes.
And have we checked the fuses?
I think we went and opened the fuse box, but I'm not 100% sure what they were looking at.
Well, what we would need to do is, let's just say the battery's fully charged at 12.6 volts. Then we would need to go to the fuse box and make sure that the fuses also have 12.6 volts or close to battery voltage. So if the battery's at 12 volts, but there's no power to the fuse box under the hood, well, then the problem is between the battery and the fuse box. Or we could have a bad fuse box causing this problem.
So what would I do about that?
Well, if the fuse box is bad, you got to replace it.
You don't think it would be the starter or anything?
Well, you said there's no power anywhere, right?
There's electricity in there. AC will turn on, all that stuff. It won't turn over.
All right, so you got plenty of power, it just doesn't crank. So have we checked for codes in the computer?
No, I don't have a way to check.
And I'm sorry, did you say it's stalled on you, Volder, or you actually turn it off and then it doesn't start?
No, it stalled on me. I was in the middle of driving it, and it just cut out.
So the starter won't cause the engine to stall.
So what do you?
So it's not the starter, but could it be something that is in common that with the starting circuit, and that could cause the engine to stall? Absolutely. We could have an issue with the PCM or the fuse box.
So when I went to, I think I don't know, someone was talking about it having engine overheated or something.
So it looks like, wow, look at this. So your ignition switch sends a signal.
Hello?
Ignition switch sends entry key, remote entry module, and then probably sends a signal over to your totally integrated power distribution module via communication circuit, and then the totally integrated power distribution module activates that starter relay. So could it be something with that power relay control, the PCM? Yeah.
Hello?
The PCM is also involved. So we got to check codes in the computer 100%. Check for codes and communication, not only in the PCM, but in the Sentry Key remote entry module and in the fuse box, the totally integrated power distribution module. Another thing you could try, probably after you check for codes and communication, you could disconnect the battery cables from the battery and then rub the cables together for 5 minutes. That'll discharge all the capacitors inside all of the modules on board the vehicle, and then it'll allow it to basically reboot once you go ahead and you connect the cables back up to the battery. In some cases, we just have a locked up module. That's a possibility that it might start working. But it's also possible that one of these modules aren't communicating. The fuse box, the TIPM or the PCM or something like that. That's possible. Yes, sir. Well, you're looking for communication, and then you're looking for codes. So if the engine overheated to the point where, let's just say it overheated so bad to the point where it stalled and now it doesn't crank over, is that a possibility? Sure, I guess that's possible. My experience is it usually won't lock up an engine, but I guess anything is possible. You could go down to the harmonic balancer, the big pulley, and put a socket on that bolt in the center of the harmonic balancer and just use a breaker bar to see if you can rotate the engine by hand. And if you can't, well, then I would pull the spark plugs out and make sure there's no coolant inside the combustion chamber because the engine could be hydrolocked. Does that answer your question, my friend? Any other questions while we're on the phone? Well, if anything comes up or if you have any questions or anything like that, just reply back to the chat. All right, good luck. You're welcome.